First Esdras chapter 2. In the first year of Cyrus, king of the Persians, the word of I am might be accomplished that he had promised by the mouth of Jeremy. The Most High raised up the spirit of Cyrus, the king of the Persians, and he made proclamation through all his kingdom, and also by writing, saying, Thus saith Cyrus, king of the Persians, the Most High of Israel, the Most High power, hath made me king of the whole world, and commanded me to build him an house at Jerusalem in Jewry. If therefore there be any of you that are of his people, let the Most High, even his power, be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem that is in Judea, and build the house of the Most High of Israel, for he is the Most High that dwelleth in Jerusalem. Whosoever that dwelleth in the places about, let them help him, those, I say, that are his neighbors, with gold and with silver, with gifts, with horses and with cattle, and other things which have been set forth by vow, for the temple of the Most High at Jerusalem. Then the chief of the families of Judea and of the tribe of Benjamin stood up, the priests also, and the Levites, and all they whose mind the Most High had moved to go up, and to build an house for the Most High at Jerusalem. And they that dwelt round about them, and helped them in all things with silver and gold, with horses and cattle, and with very many free gifts of a great number whose minds were stirred up thereto. King Cyrus also brought forth the holy vessels which Nebuchadnezzar had carried away from Jerusalem, and had set up in his temple of idols. Now when Cyrus, king of the Persians, had brought them forth, he delivered them to Mithridates, his treasurer, and by him there were delivered to Sanabassar, the governor of Judea. And this was the number of them, 1,000 gold cups, and 1,000 of silver, censers of silver 29, vials of gold 30, and of silver 2,410, and 1,000 other vessels. So all the vessels of gold and of silver which were carried away were 5,469. These were brought back to Sanabassar, together with them of the captivity from Babylon to Jerusalem. But in the time of Artaxerxes, king of the Persians, Belamus and Mithridates and Tabillus and Rathamus and Belthamus and Samalius the secretary, with others that were in commission with them, dwelling in Samaria and other places, wrote unto him against them that dwelt in Judea and Jerusalem these letters following. To King Artaxerxes our Lord, thy servants Rathamus the story writer, and Semulus the scribe, and the rest of their council, and the judges that are in Celesyria and Phoenice. Be it now known to the Lord the King, that the Jews that are come up from you to us, being come into Jerusalem, that rebellious and wicked city, do build the marketplaces and repair the walls of it, and do lay the foundation of the temple. Now, if this city and the walls thereof be made up again, they will not only refuse to give tribute, but also rebel against kings. And forasmuch as the things pertaining to the temple are now in hand, we think it meet not to neglect such a matter, but to speak unto our Lord the King, to the intent that, if it be thy pleasure, it may be sought out in the books of thy fathers. And thou shalt find in the chronicles what is written concerning these things, and shalt understand that that city was rebellious, troubling both kings and cities, and that Jews were rebellious, and raised always war therein, for the which cause even this city was made desolate. Wherefore, now we do declare unto thee, O Lord the King, that if this city be built up again, and the walls thereof set up anew, thou shalt from henceforth have no passage into Celesyria and Phoenice. Then the king wrote back again to Rathamus the story writer, to Belthamus, to Semulus the scribe, and to the rest that were in commission, and dwellers in Samaria and Syria and Phoenice after this manner. I have read the epistle which ye have sent unto me, therefore I have commanded to make diligent search, and it hath been found that that city was from the beginning practicing against kings, and the men therein were given to rebellion and war. And that mighty kings and fierce were in Jerusalem, which reigned and exacted tributes in Cilicia and Phoenice. Now, therefore, I have commanded to hinder those men from building the city, and heed to be taken that there be no more done in it, and that those wicked workers proceed no further to the annoyance of kings. Then King Artaxerxes, his letters being read, Rothamus and Semulus, the scribe, and the rest that were in commission with them were moving in haste towards Jerusalem, with a troop of horsemen and a multitude of people in battle array, began to hinder the builders, and the building of the temple in Jerusalem ceased until the 2nd year of the reign of Darius, king of the Persians. All praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Father, I am that I am, and for his only begotten Son, the Son of Man, to finally come and save the remnant of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, still practicing the old traditions of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. All praise, Israel. Keep your head up and your faith strong in these wicked spiritual battles, aka spiritual Jacob's trouble. All praise. Shalom.